श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम। 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 शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम। शरणं मम। शरणं मम। शरणं मम। बोलिए राधावर श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Let us chant the first two verses of the Gita together. Can we all chant together? Dhritarashtra uvacha dharmakshetre kurukshetre samavetayoyutsavaha mamakah pandavaschaiva किमकुर्वत संजय। संजय उवाच दृष्ट्वा तु पाण्डवानीकं व्यूढं दुर्योधनस्तदा आचार्यमुपसंगम्य राजा वचनमब्रवीत्। In the first verse, Dhritarashtra inquires, requests Sanjaya to give him the detailed account of whatever happened on the battlefield at Kurukshetra between his own people and the Pandavas. As a response to this question, understanding very well the state of mind of Dhritarashtra, where his attachments were, and what he would respond to. Sanjaya starts his description, narration, with what Duryodhana did. Started with Duryodhana drishtva, having observed. Now, when we are looking at this description of Duryodhana, we will come back to this whole thing again when we start looking at description of Arjuna, because there is a beautiful comparative understanding that is possible, but we'll come back when we start looking at Arjuna's description also. And both this description, Sanjaya himself only is giving. Drishtva, having seen what Pandava Anikam, the huge army of the Pandavas, and that too Vyudham, and that too very well organized, in formations ready for battle. Tada Duryodhana, at that time, after seeing this, Duryodhan, a very interesting Duryodhan word. Dhritarashtra we saw, the one who is holding on to the throne. Duryodhan, the one who is somehow interested in Yuddha, and even for wrong reasons, by employing wrong means. Dushta in Yuddha, somehow people cannot sit silently, cannot live peacefully. This jealousy. So Duryodhana, tada, he went up to Upasangamya, went close to whom? Acharyam, his teacher. And Raja Vachanam Abravit, and did not go to Acharya, Dronacharya as a student, because if you approach the teacher means automatically you become the student. But here he did not go as a student. He went to the teacher but spoke as a king. So there was a confusion. We can see this lack of clarity in the role. We talked about Mama Dharma, right? What Mahabharat, the Bhagavad Geeta conveys. Mama Dharma, my Dharma. And when we talk about Dharma, maybe transactional it is a duties, but duties are according to our roles. So our identity, whether it is in the society or absolute sense. So this, here also, Duryodhana also has this lack of clarity in terms of his own identity, his own duties. So he is going to the teacher, but not connecting to him as a student. He is going out of need for feeling secure, because he's run to, like a child runs to its mother. He's run to a mother figure, so to speak, on the battlefield. He could not find anybody else who could kind of calm him down, assure him. But he did not go there as a child. So there was a association possible, but all this he did not. He went to the teacher with the need of a child, but spoke like the king. We also do like that. We approach a particular relation with an attitude of another relation and behave like a third relation. So this is exactly what is happening to Duryodhana. So this Mama Dharma clarity is not there at any level. And if the identity clarity is not there, role clarity is not there, automatically duty clarity, action clarity is also not there. So Raja Vachanam Abravit, he went and spoke. King Duryodhana went and spoke. Oh, acha, he went and spoke. What did he say? Did he say nice things? Did he speak to the teacher with reverence, with respect? So let's see what he spoke, how he spoke. Very interesting. The third verse. Pashyaitam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamom Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. Duryodhana goes to his teacher. The very first word, what does he go and say? Pashya. Oh Acharya, oh teacher, Pashya, look, see, as though his eyes are closed and he is not seeing anything. He is going and saying, see, Pashya. Acha, what should I see? There is so much to see. What are you pointing at? Etam Panduputranam Mahatim Chamom. This huge army of Panduputras, the sons of Pandava. This huge Mahatim Chamum. Chamu means army. Mahatim Chamum means huge army. Look at this huge army of the Pandavas. Acharya, oh teacher. Look at this huge army of the Pandavas. Oh. Achha, yeah, they are standing there. They are very large in number. Nobody can miss them. We have come for a war. They are standing in front of us. I won't miss them. So what are you really pointing at? When we also, in our day-to-day life, we say, no, see for yourself. Now, see means we are not showing something that is very, very obvious. Right? Yeah, and then even we may see also, see, look at this wall. Yes, this wall is so big, I can see. Why are you pointing it at? But there is something on the wall that I want to point out. So what is that thing that you want to draw my attention? So he is saying, look at this huge army of the Pandavas, O teacher. And the army is very well arranged and organized. Can you see that? Now, teacher who has taught them warfare, and can he not see that it is very well organized? No, of course, it is very well organized, and Dronacharya must be feeling proud because both the armies full of his disciples, and both of them are very well prepared, very well organized, in proper formations, ready for battle. So he was, he said, yeah, I know, I am seeing Vyudham. Vyudham means very well arrayed. Okay. But do you know who has organized that army? Enemy army. Who is ready to kill you? Do you know? Who? Drupada Putrena Vyudham. It has been very well organized, managed, led by their commander. The commander-in-chief of the Kaurava army was Bhishma Pitama. And the commander-in-chief of the Pandava army was the son of Drupada, who is called Dhrishtadyumna. Now there is a story behind this. Only then we will be able to understand these words, the import of these words. Because Duryodhana also, see, Duryodhana, there is two people speaking, Duryodhana is speaking to his Acharya, and that is being reported by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra. So there is communication is happening at two levels. So now to understand this, all undercurrents also have to be understood. When Dronacharya was himself a student in the Gurukul, one of his classmates and a very good friend was a prince whose name was Drupada, was the king of Panchala Rajya, the kingdom of Panchala. He was a prince and Dronacharya was a Brahmana. So both of them were classmates, they were very good friends, and as friends, when they are about to depart after living, and they used to live together for 12 to 18 years. in order to master any subject. Minimum 12 years they used to live together, away from their families, in the Gurukula, without any holiday, no weekends, no vacations, nothing. They would go as 5-year-olds and come back after 12 years. If we imagine, these days it's unthinkable. And if they have to master Vedanta, etc., 18 years. So, these uh, students, after living together and having that friendship, one day Drupada told Dronacharya that, look, no, we are best friends now. No, we make this best friends in school. After that, I don't know where they are lost. Most of them we don't even keep in touch. There may be few people who we may keep in touch with, but most of them. So we are best friends. Okay, and I am going to be the king in the future. And you being a Brahmana, you will end up as a teacher or something maximum. And I know as a Brahmana, usually they are all poor only. Many stories we have a poor Brahmana, poor Brahmana. It's a very stereotyped expression. Poor Brahmana. So you will end up very poor, struggling for day-to-day expenses also, because you will end up a teacher. See, it is not that today only teachers' value has gone down. That time also it was like that only. Teacher, Brahmana, okay. I am going to be the king. So, and we are best friends. So afterwards, maybe if you need anything, any assistance, any wealth, or somebody is troubling you, somebody is bullying you, and you need some help, you can always come to me. The doors of my kingdom will always remain open for you. Such big, big promises. As children, they are talking. Then, after a few years, Dronacharya, he was married, family man. There were some struggles. Suddenly he remembered, oh, my friend had promised that he will assist me, and he is a king. Now he is Raja Drupada. So let me go and seek his help. So he straight away went, uninvited, went there and said, oh Drupada, do you remember me? We were best friends in school. Drupada was, as a king, when there is any authority or power, it goes into the head very easily, and then I am the king. That's why it is said power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely, completely. So he had that, I am the king. Said, how dare you speak to the king in this way? Said, but I have come to seek your help. I am in trouble. So he insulted him. It's some childish talks we had back in school, and you're taking it seriously and coming back. What a fool you are. He insulted him in front of the courtiers, in front of public, and sent him away. Now this Dronacharya had this vengeance in his heart. He came away, and very soon he got appointed as the teacher of the Pandavas and Kauravas. So all these, so he came to Hastinapur, he found his job. And there he trained all these students. And one motive in his heart was that I have to take revenge against Drupada. So I will train these princes and make sure that he is also insulted. So that's what happens after their education was over. These Pandavas and Kauravas, they all said, okay, oh, Acharya, what can we offer as Guru Dakshina? Acharya said, can you go and defeat Drupada and bring him here? They said, yeah, we are ready. The freshers are most enthusiastic in going to the field and doing something. So they, yes, we will go. So the Kauravas went first. got defeated and came back. Then after that, Dronacharya said, Arjun, now you go. So Arjuna went there and he was instructed, don't kill, just bind him and bring him as a slave to me. Okay. He was brought, Arjuna was the best. He defeated Drupada, his father-in-law to be in future. He defeated Drupada, brought him as a slave to Dronacharya. Now Dronacharya's moment of revenge. So he said, now I came for assistance. You refused to give me anything. Today, this whole kingdom is mine. And you are my slave. And I, as a Brahmana, who usually takes charity, receives charity, and you as a Kshatriya usually give charity, today I as a Brahmana and the king of Panchala, now I am giving you this kingdom of Panchala in charity. And now go and rule the kingdom. Now for a Kshatriya, this is a great insult. And this all happened in front of the students and everyone who were much younger than Drupada. So now here he was happy that he had taken the revenge, but now that vengeance was in Drupada's heart. We see these kind of, so many different kinds of things, and people have so many motives, so many reasons, so many things happening. That is why it is said, Yanna Bharate Tanna Bharate. That which is not there in Mahabharata does not exist in this world. Because everything is there. So here Drupada, now he had this vengeance. He wanted to take revenge. He wanted to settle scores with Dronacharya. So what did he do? He performed a big yaga, a big sacrifice, a ritual, a fire ritual. And from that, two great beings were born from the fire. One was a brilliant man and a very beautiful woman. So because it was born out of the sacrifice of Drupada, they were Drupada's son and daughter. And the son was called Dhrishtadyumna and daughter was called Draupadi or Krishna or Panchali. She had many names. So this Dhrishtadyumna was born in that fire ritual just to kill Dronacharya. The very birth of Dhrishtadyumna, the goal of his life, not goal, the purpose of his life, why he was born, to kill Dronacharya. Because he was invoked in that ritual to be born to kill Dronacharya. So he was there. And Draupadi, she was very, very beautiful, very, very intelligent. So she was also born through that fire sacrifice. So now this Dhrishtadyumna, the interconnections if we see in Mahabharata. Now Dhrishtadyumna, as a young boy, was sent to the best university, king's son after all, prince, best university. And which was that? Dronacharya University. He was sent to Dronacharya. And the ethics, the level of ethics in those times, that when a student who is capable of learning, is fit to learn, comes and approaches a teacher in the right manner, the teacher cannot refuse. Knowing very well that this is Drupada's son, my enemy number one, and his son has come to me. He knew it very well. But he could not refuse. Because as a teacher, true to his teacher duties, he said, I will teach. So he taught Dhrishtadyumna also, along with the Pandavas, Kauravas, etc. And he was not born like a little tiny infant, okay? He came out of the sacrifice, because there will be questions that, oh, but he was born after so many years, then how did this happen? So he was also taught by Dronacharya. So now, if we understand this whole thing, now what is Duryodhana saying? Vyudham Drupada Putrena. This army has been organized, is being led, has been arranged in a formation, prepared for battle by their commander-in-chief, who is the son of Drupada. Drupada, remember your old enemy? That Drupada only. Your enemy. So he did not directly take his name. His name is not being taken here. Two relations are given. He has not taken the name Drishtadyumna. He is not taken in this verse. What is he saying? Drupada Putra, son of Drupada. Because if he says just Drishtadyumna, it will not have its impact. But when he say he is the son of your enemy Drupada, oh, so that enmity comes. Drupada Putrena. And we will see such expressions when Arjuna speaks, not now, but later on. There will be here also a little bit is there, but later on also we will find such expressions in Arjuna's speech also. But here, Drupada Putrena, Drupada, your enemy Drupada, his son has taken lead there. And who is he? Tava Shishyena Dhimata, such an intelligent student. Whose student? Your student. Means, in other words, what a foolish person you are. You taught your own enemy's son. And see what has he done today. Look at us, your students. We are fighting from your side. And look at these students of yours. And especially this, your enemy's son. Did you not even think twice before accepting him as a student? All these things are there hidden in this. Tava Shishyena, your Shishya. And Dhimata, very intelligently he has done all these things. Because he has learned from you. He knows your weaknesses also. He knows how you would think. He is very intelligent. And look how he has used whatever knowledge you have given him, how he has used his own intelligence against you. After all, he has the genes of your enemy. So all these things are hidden there. Drupada Putrena, Tava Shishyena. These two things, these two words. So there is no name given here. But that indirect indication itself was sufficient to prick Dronacharya and say, was it for this day you taught him? Knowing very well that he has been born to kill you. Now we as rationalists and sitting here after so many years, we will sit and question, actually that is true. If he knew that he was born to kill him, then why did he teach? He should not have taught. The point is, if he did not teach, would that have changed the fact that he was born to kill him? That fact doesn't remain, doesn't change. It will remain as it is. How will it change? No, if I teach only then he will kill me. If I don't teach, he will not kill me. That's not going to happen. He has been born to kill me. So it will happen eventually, whether I teach or not. So such questions also when we ask, we have to think, and this is not about asking about some event happened 5,000 years ago in Mahabharata. No, it is today's day and age also. We have so many, you should not have done this because you did this happened today. If my action has influenced a big outcome today, then which means I wield so much of power. Is it really true that my action has brought about such an outcome? So am I deciding everything? And if I am, then I should choose my actions. Very true. But always that doesn't happen that way. So we have to, when we are even raising questions, raising doubts, and especially when it is related to our own lives, these are the things. That is why Mahabharata is considered as a Dharma Shastra. Dharma Shastra means a guidebook for right actions. right thinking. So tava shishyena dhimata, your disciple has taken leadership there. Look, Pashya. Look at this. Okay, Pashya. And then he's saying, Duryodhana is saying, oh Acharya, it is not just the commander that I am talking about. Look at the entire army. And that was his worry. Commander was just to prick Dronacharya. But now he's talking about the entire army. And this is what is troubling Duryodhana. So the next three verses we'll read. Atra shura maheshwasaha Bhimarjuna samayudhi Yuyudhano viratascha Drupadascha maharathah Drishtaketuschekitanaha Kashirajascha viryavan Purujit kunti bhojascha Shaibyascha narapungavaha Yudhamanyuscha vikrantaha Uttamaujascha viryavan Saubhadro Draupadeyascha Sarva eva maharathaha. He is looking at the army and showing to Dronacharya, drawing his attention and saying, Atra means in this enemy army, Shuraha, there are many valorous warriors, Maheshwasaha, carrying great bows, archers. They are all great archers, Maheshwasaha. And each one of them, Bhimarjuna Samaha Yudhi. In battle, they are no less than Bhima and Arjuna. Actually, the Pandavas, just the five of them also were strong enough, a good match for the entire army also. They were so valorous. Of those Pandavas also, Bhima and Arjuna were the cause of concern for this entire Kaurava army. They said all others we can manage. Bhima, Arjuna, these two were the most difficult opponents. Whenever even in sports, when we have, they'll be like, these one or two players, you just take care of them. Rest of the team, we don't worry about these two. But here, the entire team is equivalent to those two. Like they are similar to Bhima, Arjuna, Samaha, Yudhi. In battle, they are no less than Bhima and Arjuna. So they are comparable in strength, in their prowess, in their ability to fight, in their, their vanquishing their enemies. They are equivalent to Bhima or Arjuna. That is, who are these great warriors, valorous kings? Who are these? So he is giving names. So some of the names are familiar, some of the names may not be, but these are all names of great kings who have accepted to fight from the side of the Pandavas. And their acceptance also is for various reasons. Many of them had their own personal agenda also. Like Drupada. Now Drupada, apart from being the father-in-law of the Pandavas, he also had his course to settle with Dronacharya. So that was also the reason. There were many people who heard, oh, Sri Krishna is going to be here, I will come here only. So many people joined for that reason also. There were many people who considered Yudhishthira to be very righteous. He was a Dharmaraja and he would never go wrong. So if he is there at the battlefield to fight, then we must join his forces only, because he would not do anything wrong. So such kind of value-based decisions were also there. So for various reasons, people had themselves volunteered and they all were arrayed. And who were these? Duryodhana, again name of a great king. Viratascha, this Virata, this king was the one who helped the Pandavas unknowingly and kept them in his kingdom in the 1 year of incognito that they had to spend. At the end of 12 years of exile, 1 year they had to spend in incognito. And in that time, that 1 year, they stayed in this Virata's kingdom. Viratascha, Drupadascha, Drupada also, Maharatha. They were all great warriors. This Maharatha word also is like a rank in the army. So defense forces, you have different ranks, and they keep going up and up to the rank. So that way, Maharatha is a very high ranked soldier. So Maharatha was considered to be able to handle various attacks from different directions simultaneously and win over them. That was called, like if there were so many different warriors surrounding one Maharathi and attacking simultaneously, a Maharathi could handle all of them single-handedly, simultaneously and win over them. That was the capacity of a Maharathi. So there are different ranks. So here, Maharatha. So these are all Maharathis. Acha. Then Drishtaketuhu, Chekitanaha. These are all different names of kings. Kashi Rajaha. All these are Viryavan, very valorous. Viryavan. Purujit, another name of the king. Kunti Bhojascha, another king. Shaibhyascha, Shaibya. Narapungavaha, great among men. They are all celebrated heroes. People used to have, if in modern language, if you have to say, they are all influencers in the field of battle. Had millions of followers. So this is the language that we will be able to understand. Narapungavaha. So such kind of people. Yudhamanyuhu, Yudhamanyu, Vikrantaha, Uttamaujaha, Viryavan. They are all very valorous. These different names are given. Saubhadraha, Subhadra's son, Arjun's wife, Subhadra. Subhadra is Sri Krishna's sister. And Arjun and Subhadra's son, Abhimanyu. So Saubhadraha. Draupadeyaha. Draupadi had sons with each of the Pandavas. So all 5 sons of Draupadeyaha. Sarva eva Maharathaha. All these are Maharathis. So all of them could single-handedly handle multiple attacks and defeat many enemies at a time. So he is drawing. Now Dronacharya knew all of them. And many of them Dronacharya himself has taught also. But you see, look at this army. The point is, I never expected so many to come. And that too, such great people to join. Now, in his army also, on his side also, there were great accomplished warriors. But that he is not seeing now. Now he is nervous. He is under stress. He is looking at this situation. Who all have come, such great names. I never thought they will get an army. Even if they got an army, I thought it will be smaller than this and some ordinary people would be standing there. But each one is great. So it is not just the Pandavas we have to deal with, but there are so many other warriors who are in their own merit. They are great warriors, and we have to deal with such an army. And when he enumerated all of them, Dronacharya throughout was not even responding. He was silently, maybe he was looking at him or he was looking at the armies. Maybe he was thinking, what has happened to this, Duryodhana? What is he blabbering away? So whatever, there was no response from Dronacharya. He was silent. Now, when he was silent, now when somebody is listening to us and when we are, venting out, we know that it is not the content that matters. It is actually I want to just talk and bring out all my nervousness. So when that I am doing, and there is somebody who is silently listening, I get more nervous. No, because the person, there is no response. No, Dronacharya is not saying, okay, nothing. Or, what rubbish are you talking now? Keep quiet. Nothing. So, not opposing him, not accepting what he is saying, but just silently just listening. Because Dronacharya understands what's happening in his mind. Nervous, about to break down, that kind of condition. So, he is looking around as he suggested. So, Duryodhana, now when somebody is not responding, somebody is not saying anything, then our mind plays and starts thinking what the other person may be thinking and what I should speak next so that I get some response. So then he started thinking, maybe Dronacharya's, I hope Dronacharya's morale is not going down. This is what we often do. Whatever is happening within me, I project on others. Sometimes I blame it on others, or I think this is what is happening. They are passing through this. So maybe they're, after looking at all these great warriors in the enemy lines, maybe Dronacharya's morale is going down. Actually, it was he who was sinking now. He needed somebody to rescue him. But he said, Dronacharya, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. And then what happened? He's saying, Asmakam tu vishishtaye Tanni bodhadvijottama Nayaka mama sainyasya Sanyartham tan bravimite. Says, don't worry, Dronacharya. They have great warriors. Yes, their army is strong. But asmakam tu. Tu means but. But we are also not bad, okay? Asmakam tu vishishtaye tanni bodha dvijottama. Oh Acharya, oh teacher, please listen. No, I am telling you, I am going to tell you. What? Even our army has great warriors. Vishishtaha, special people. So please listen. Know them also. Know them also. Who are you talking to? The teacher. And many of them have come and joined the forces of Duryodhana because Bhishma and Drona were there in that army. Minus Bhishma and Drona, half of the army would have come to the other side. So, and he is telling Dronacharya only, Tan Nibodha, please get to know even the great warriors on our side also. And here, Duryodhana is addressing Dronacharya as Dvijottama. Now, what is Dvijottama? Dvijottama, Dvija means the twice born. Twice born means a Brahmana. A Brahmana is usually referred to as Dvija. So Dvija Uttama. Uttama means the best. So Dvijottama means the best among Brahmins. So he is addressing Dronacharya as best among Brahmins. We may say, no, such reverentially he is addressing his teacher, so good. But in this context, this word is actually an insult. So there is no, words have their meanings, but contextually we understand what it really means. This is a place where everyone has come to fight. This is a war time. They are all standing there ready to fight. And warfare generally is the prime duty of the Kshatriya. Kshatriya means people with a disposition of natural leadership, administration, warfare, protection. These are very easily comes to this kind of people. Those are called Kshatriyas. Brahmana by nature, the people who have a very soft heart melts easily, very charitable, want to help people, teaching, studying, visionary approach or to things, thinking deeply, all these kinds of, these are the natural tendencies of a Brahmin. So Brahmin is a thinker, more of a thinker, and Kshatriya is more of an executive. So he is ready to do things. So from the society perspective, Brahmana is a teacher and the Kshatriya is a leader or a protector. Now here in the battlefield, if somebody is addressed as the best among Brahmins, means what? You lack that valor, that is not there in you. Suddenly your heart will melt. You will say, oh my students, you will say, I will not fight. Or you may start, you will see somebody and you will start teaching them something in the battlefield. No, this is not how you shoot arrows. So I will show you the correct stance. You should do this. So you may stop fighting and you start teaching in the battlefield. I will have a problem here. So in this context, addressing, although it appears to be a lot of respect, but this is an insult. Hey Dvijottama, a best among Brahmins, you don't worry. And in society, a Brahmana is never, he's not considered to be capable of protecting himself or others. He needs the assistance of a Kshatriya to do that. So here that aspect also is pointed out, brought out by saying Dvijottama means you may not be able to protect yourself. You may feel that such great warriors are there in the enemy lines, and you may feel that who will protect me, who will protect our army. Don't worry, we also have people. So these are the kinds of things. It's a very insulting address in this juncture. Otherwise, it is a very reverential address. It's a very good thing. But here, this is inappropriate. Oh Dvijottama. And if we have to understand this Brahmana, Kshatriya, etc., we have to understand our physical body. This is what the Veda guides us on very clearly. Thinking, right perception, knowledge, acquiring knowledge, all that happens more in this part of the body. All our senses are there, the brain is there. So physically also, all the knowledge related aspects are here. And whenever we, let us say, ride a two-wheeler or go for some adventure sports and all, we are always advised to wear a helmet. Protection of this is given prime importance. It has to be protected. And if somebody throws a stone on our face or somebody punches our face, how will we stop? With our nose. I went to stop the stone coming on my face with my nose. That's where it was thrown. The punch came, I stopped it. Immediately the hands come front. Even if I'm falling, in order to save the head, the hands, they agree to get broken themselves, but the head has to be saved. So the face is like the Brahmana of the body and hands are like the Kshatriya of the body. They are the ones who are doing all the work. Even feeding the Brahmana is done by the Kshatriya only. Protecting is done by the Kshatriya. And the third Varana, Vaishya. Vaishya is the one who mobilizes all the resources. They're very good with business. They're able to raise funds. So that it is the central portion, either the thighs or the central portion of the body, where we find that everything seems to get deposited. This is what first grows. So this is where all the Vaishya is all sitting here. And then the feet are like the Shudra. Shudra means the actual ground worker. You want to do anything, you may say that no, I want to go there. But the hand cannot take there. I may see in that direction, wanting to go there, but the feet have to move towards it. So ultimately, who does the work on the ground? So this body itself is a very classic example of this different classes of the society. So here Brahmana, Kshatriya. So now Brahmana cannot protect himself. He needs a Kshatriya and he's saying, oh Dvijottama, don't worry, we also have great warriors. Asmakam tu vishishtaye tan nibodhat Dvijottama. Please get to know them also who are fighting from our side also. Oh, who are these? Now see, arrogance. See, Duryodhana here is nervous. He's kind of, we can say, scared, unexpectedly shocked by this huge army. Now, it is actually fear, it is actually that, lack of confidence, and that's what is bringing out all these words. And these words, not just insulting, but also arrogance is coming out. Whenever we are, we saw that yesterday, when we are scared, we make a lot of noise. And greater the fear, more the noise we make. So more and more. So it is coming out as though so much of arrogance is there. Inside, there is fear. But outside, you are asserting yourself. And what is he saying? Nayakaha mama sainyasya. The heroes of my army. Duryodhana is calling this army as his army. Where there were some people standing by his side because he cheated. He did not let those people know that they were coming to join his army. Because had they known it was his army, they would have comfortably gone to the other side. So some people were there because they did not know priorly that they were on his side. And they committed to it. Majority of the people were there because Bhishma and Drona were standing there. Therefore, they were standing there. Except his brothers and his uncle and his friend, there was actually not many people who willingly joined because Duryodhana was there. But now it has become my army. The heroes of my army. Nayakaha mama sainyasya sangyartham tan bravimite. I am going to give you all a list of those names also from our army also. For what? So that you also get to know them. So that you can get introduced to them. Dronacharya, you need to introduce great warriors? No, but I will let you know so that you also get to know. And don't worry. Hey Dvijottama, asmakam tu vishishtaye tan nibodha. Please get to know them, and I'm going to tell you for your information. Oh, okay. For the teacher's information, this little student is going to. Now, by the time he spoke this much, he realized that did I say something wrong? Maybe there was some expression on Dronacharya's face when he heard this Dvijottama, best among Brahmins. So maybe there was some change in the expression, or maybe he himself, Duryodhana, realized that maybe I used a wrong word, or maybe I should not speak like that. Something he may have realized. Immediately he wanted to correct himself. So what did he say? We'll just read the verse, then we will see the meaning tomorrow. भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च. So we'll see this tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.